So, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going live randomly. I don't have any plans or anything. But yeah, I'll elaborate more when more people join. But I will say that if you're watching this as a VOD on not live, if I've left this up, that means that this was worth watching. So stick around for a bit. K-Crocs is here. Hello, hello. How are you tonight? It's very late. It's 2 in the morning. It is, yeah. I just thought randomly I should go live. I'm not doing literally anything right now. I have nothing to do. I've been researching. K-Crocs is just about to go to bed. Is they're sick? I'm sorry to hear that, K-Crocs. I hope you'll feel better soon. And you haven't been able to sleep. I'm so sorry. Hey, Crystal is here. Kiora, Crystal, good to see you. Yeah, my sleep schedule is all whack because I've had 2 very random, injuries, I guess. I'm not sick, I'm hurt. And it's been affecting my sleep like wild. My back, I have scoliosis in my lower back. It's been acting up like crazy. I know I mentioned this before, how I could hardly even move for a few days, and it's flaring up again. Taking some zinc supplements. That's good. That's good, K-Crocs. Yeah, I hope those have been helping. But then I was working out on the treadmill on Sunday because my back was feeling better, and I pulled a muscle in my foot, and it hurt so bad. And I've been resting it. And yesterday I was like, well, it feels a lot better. So I went running around doing errands and stuff, and now it feels bad again. So I'm I'm just not gonna do anything for the next 3 days or something. I'm just gonna rest. And now I don't know, it's been affecting my sleep, my sleep schedule. I'm sleeping well, I'm just not sleeping during regular hours, which is why I'm up at 2 in the morning. And yeah, that's been what I've been going through. Hopefully I'll be going to bed in the next few hours or so. Hopefully K-Crocs is going to bed very soon and is going to sleep great. Because that's the best thing when you're sick, is to get lots of good sleep. But how is everyone else doing? Hello, hello. Let me just... Is this thing on? I hope you can hear me okay. I know this mic is kind of dusty. Sometimes it sounds great. Sometimes it sounds weird. So I hope it sounds good. Whispering because people are sleeping here. Hey, something like N, how are you doing? Good to see you. I have been working on research, and I've been reading some books that I'm going to read to you guys for viewers' choice. They're really great. You guys pick some good topics so far. Keep them coming, though. Just so I can have a nice variety of topics. But I've got some really good ones right now that are definitely most likely 90% going to make it into viewer's choice. But yeah, my foot hurts, and it's I've never really had pain like this on the bottom of my foot. It's so annoying. It's so it's muscle pain feels so weird. But yeah, it's rough. But how's everyone doing? We've got some people from the other side of the globe. We got Crystal in New Zealand and something like that in South Africa. Is my hair naturally curly or only when it gets wet? It's naturally curly. This is very dry. It's kind of greasy right now because I haven't showered in 2 days. It's definitely shower day tomorrow. But yeah, this is what my hair normally looks like. Have I tried ice on my foot? Yeah, and that helps for a bit. And then I start moving around again, and then it hurts again. And my sister just bought a foot spa, a little foot bath, and that felt great. But then again, a few hours later, it just started hurting again. So I'm taking care. I think the solution is just to not move around as much just to like rest my foot. And yeah, I've got ice and a cold like plastic water bottle that I have for my foot. But it's like it helps, but it's not healing, so it's very annoying. Because I'm trying to train for running. I'm trying to become a runner, and I can't do that if I'm sitting around not doing anything. But yeah, it's so aggravating. Recommend taking ibuprofen if it gets bad enough. Tylenol will work as well since it's not meant for inflammation. First of all, hi Hannah. Good to see you. Hi Hannah. Yeah, I probably should. I just worry because I'm on an SSRI, and I think is ibuprofen and NSAID. Something like it when running this morning. Oh, I wish I could go running. I really, really wanted to go running today, but then after just like shopping for presents, yeah, is an NSAID, yeah. But anyway, yeah, sorry. I was doing errands today, and I was planning on hitting the gym after, but my foot hurt so much. When I got home, I took my shoes off, and I'm like, oh no, it's bad. I need to rest. Yeah, because I'm on an SSRI, and I know you're not really supposed to take NSAIDs when you're on an SSRI because it can counteract and things like that. So, it makes me nervous. But yeah, I tried because I have my Salon Paws patches for my back. I tried putting one on the bottom of my foot last night, and that did not work. That did not work. It came off very quickly and just like stuck to everything else but my foot. It did not help. Dude, this whispering is already making me feel a little sleepy, so that's good. You guys help put me to sleep. I'll put you to sleep too. We'll both fall asleep. We'll all fall asleep. But yeah, let me show you these books that I got. So, I have this. Frenemies in the Family. Famous brothers and sisters who butted heads and had each other's backs. Some history of famous siblings. And then I've got... Oh, this book's heavy. What? Rejected Princesses. Tales of the Boldest Heroines, Hellions, and Heretics. I'm going to read you some stories out of... Look how big it is. Some stories out of this for viewer's choice. And there's another book I have at the library, but it just came in today, so I've not picked it up. I probably won't pick it up for a few days because I plan on like just not going out and doing anything to help my foot feel better. But yeah, it's some good stuff. I've been working on research because Barcelona is coming up in Catalonia. And it's been neat because I feel like I know a lot of the history of Spain, but not a lot of the history of Catalonia specifically. Like I've been learning a lot about that region. So that's been pretty neat. And then I have coming up this week the Bahamas, which is always great. And then Catalonia has weird history, yes, like events that I've never heard of. And even like events during the Spanish Civil War that I didn't know about and stuff like that. A whole war that I've never heard of in the 1700s, 1600s, I can't remember the dates now. Do I support Catalonian independence? I have no comment. I've been reading a bit about the independence movement. But I don't have enough information. Oh, the furnace is coming on. I don't have enough information to be for or against. So I have no opinion, but my basic opinion is that if a place wants to be independent, you should let them. That goes for like anywhere in the world. Like if they're strong enough that like we don't want to be part of this country, we want to be independent, just let them go. Like if you love something, set it free. Because yeah, all it kind of does is lead to unrest, or it leads to civil wars, or it leads to invasions. It leads to a lot of bad, and inevitably it either leads to people becoming horrifically suppressed, or it leads to people just getting independent anyway. So like just do it. Hello, evil. Hello. But yeah, I've been having fun researching Barcelona. Barcelona's so cool. I've always wanted to go there, and now I want to go like even more so after learning a lot about the architecture and the history behind all of the cool buildings there. It's pretty neat. And then I have a very rural region in Argentina. Hello, Mo Zezo. Hello. I have a rural region in Argentina and then southern Colombia later this week, where there's not a lot to talk about, but it's Argentina and Colombia, and they're fascinating places, so I'll make it work. And then we're going to enter the central/center regions of the world. There are so many places just called center or central, so on and so forth. We're going to spend like 2 months in places that start with central. It's wild. So yeah, that's what I've been working on while I've been convalescing and taking care of my poor foot. It's also lame because the right side of my back is the bad side, but I've hurt my left foot. So it's like I cannot get comfortable. Yes, you were popping off about Sardinia, Kick Rocks, on Monday's video. My goodness, you left me like 4 or 5 comments about Sardinia. When will Sagrada Familia be completed? I think the last time I read they said 2030. I think originally it was like 2024, but the pandemic really slowed things down. So now I think they're saying 2030, like early 2030. In our lifetime, it will be completed, which is pretty neat because they've been building it for over 100 years now, like well over 100 years. But I read a lot about cathedrals around the world, in like Europe mostly, and reading like, this cathedral was built between 1412 and 1580. Like, it takes a long time apparently to build a cathedral. How old am I? I look 29. Thank you to, I'm gonna call you GH. 2026. Let's go, Kick Rocks. That's amazing. I hope so. I turned 40 this year. I am 40 years old. I am not 29, but thank you very much. Since I've been a teenager, I've been told I look a lot younger than I really am. Like since I was like 18, 19, people thought I was like 16. I've just been getting younger. Hannah says, I love you doing it alphabetically. It's like when they used to sell the encyclopedia books, but you only own the first few. That's so true. Hannah remembers encyclopedias. Yeah, I used to have some encyclopedias. They were my mom's encyclopedias, and she gave them to me. But yeah, I figured the most fair way to do it is to do it alphabetically, you know. Because yeah, I should really be doing places that get a lot of clicks, you know. I should be doing London and Paris and Tokyo and all that, you know, but I feel like it's more fair just to do them alphabetically. And then I get lots of comments from people in these random places in like Montenegro or something who are like, why are you covering this area? Like, what? Or some random person like, oh my gosh, I'm from there. My parents are from there. There's someone, I think it was the Casablanca video, they said you went over my house. Like, I saw my house in your video. Like, that's so cool. So it's nice for people who normally wouldn't have their areas talked about to get that done. And then I've like learned a lot about places I wouldn't have normally researched. Like Turkey has so many places starting with A, B, and C. Colombia, so many places starting with A, B, and C. Like, I feel like I've done Hannah's hometown. Hannah, what's your hometown? If you've told me before, I'm sorry. I get a lot of comments. Oh, Caerphilly, that's right. That was fun. I always like talking about Wales. Yeah, I've done my hometown in California. That was pretty cool. I got to like finally experience what you guys feel when I cover the places where you live, right? That was pretty neat. But yeah, it's worth it doing it alphabetically because I feel like I've gotten a lot of viewers from places I normally wouldn't have. Lots of Algerians. Algerians are great. But mainly because like I love Algeria. Algeria's way up high on the bucket list. Lots of places in Africa are. This is making me sleepy. This is great. Hey, Fear, how are you doing? Hello, 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 hello. What else? That's about it. I haven't been able to do much. I've been watching YouTube. I've been working on research. I've been finding things to do for Viewer's Choice. I've been Veer's going to a book expo that's happening in their city this week. That's amazing. Yeah, Algeria's ancient Roman bathhouses that are still used. Yes. That's so cool. Yeah, the G20 just happened. That's right. I saw when I was at the gym last week, I saw a commercial for the G20. And I only caught part of it because I was on the treadmill. And I was like, is that is that a South African flag on the TV? Because you don't mean flags. And me in South Africa, I love South Africa. And then it was like G20. And I'm like, was that a commercial for the G20? Like what? I'm sure that African Osa ASMR is gonna do a video about G20 because I'm pretty sure she was there because she works in like climate science and such. So I'm sure she'll have a video. She usually posts on Sundays, so I'm sure she'll have a video soon about the G20. Looking forward to that. I bet you anything she was there, like anything that she was there. I hate when there's notifications. So like, it's letting me know that I can do members only live streams, and I can't make the little notification go away until I click it, and I'm not about to do that. So I just have to stare at this notification. I hate notifications. Kid Croc said a quiz in AP Human Geography on Africa and South America yesterday. How did it go? How did it go? Those are neat places to talk about human geography. Especially if it was about like African culture in South Africa. Full credits. Yes. Yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Because yeah, it's been fun to read about like African cultures in Brazil and stuff like that. I don't know why I just thought this. So I'm doing Barcelona. I should be filming that tomorrow or Sunday. You'll see it on Tuesday. You have to name all the countries, but learn about diffusion like that. Well, naming the countries is the easy part. It's the culture part where it starts to get convoluted. Okay, so here it is. Oh, never mind. This is about Castilla-La Mancha, which you already saw. It's already up. I read about this recipe. Oh gosh. Carcamusas. I have to make this. It looks so freaking good. Spanish chili. Oh. It's like chili season here. It's getting really cold. really rainy. It's totally chill. We had clam chowder soup and crab cakes the other night. It was so good. My homemade crab cakes, mind you, flexing on me making crab cakes. But I've been thinking like I want to try a chili recipe, but my sister hates beans. It's that autistic mouthfeel. She can't handle beans. She can't handle the texture of beans. And it's like, that's fair. But like, it limits so many recipes because I love beans. I could eat beans every day. So it's like, I really want to eat chili, but how can you have chili without like black beans or kidney beans or whatever, you know? So this chili from Toledo, it don't got no beans. But if I made the beans on the side, I mean, I could. But like, I don't know. I guess that makes sense because if I make the beans on the side, I just like make a bowl of soup and then put my beans in. I guess so. But like, it looks like it has peas in it, which she'll do peas. Lentils, she won't do lentils. I like lentils. She will not. She will not do that. She's adverse to anything that grows out of the ground. Yeah, lentils are great. I agree. Yeah, it says to add some peas to it, which she's fine with peas. Kid Crocs used to hate lentils, me too. And then I became an adult and got over myself. But yeah, I have to make this soup, this chili. It's got mash red lentils into veggie broth. And you make soup to get more protein in. That's good. I was about to say, Fierce a vegetarian. This has 3 types of meat in it. Oh, 3 types of meat. It's got, let me see, pork, chorizo, and ham, which seems really overwhelming. But with all of this spice and flavor, I bet it will really work. So yeah, I have to make this dish that they eat in Toledo. That was like one of the few times I've been researching and I come across like a food and I've been like, oh snap, I have to eat that now. That doesn't happen very often. Gotta use Spanish chorizo. See, that's the thing, is that it's not gonna be authentic because I'm only gonna be able to get Mexican chorizo here. I don't think I can find Spanish chorizo in northern Idaho, you know. What else is there? There was, I'm not gonna put any wine in it because we don't have wine in the house. We don't drink wine. Idahoan take on Spanish food. Yeah, exactly. I've only had Mexican chorizo. You guys, I've been making shakshuka lately and using chorizo. There's a Jollibee opening 20 minutes. Yes, yes. Go get that chicken. Go get that spaghetti. Yum, yum. Jollibee's is great. We don't have any Jollibees anywhere in like Washington or Idaho. Which is sad. I miss the spaghetti. But yeah, I've been making shakshuka with chorizo, and it's been really good. We have some in the fridge. We have like 1 serving left in the fridge with the big egg in it. Really great. And like surprisingly, my sister was really into it because her flavor palette is so weird. She has to have things that are either like bland, no flavor, like salt and pepper at maximum, or it has to be like crazy spicy, like atomic level crying. Like those are the only 2 flavors she likes, right? So I've been making some like spicy shakshuka, so she's been into it. Even though if it was like any less spicy, she would not like it. Because if it's a little spicy, she doesn't like it. If it's really spicy, she loves it. Okay, Croc says, for me, when I eat and there's things that you combine, I have to have a perfect ratio to take a bite. Yeah, I'm like that at first. Tonight I made like a rice bowl with tuna and a bunch of vegetables and soy sauce. And I took my first bite and it was just like a green bean and rice. And I was like, oh, let me get some like tuna and corn in there too. Like, yeah, Veer needs a lot of salt and use half a jar of paprika per dish. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of paprika. But paprika's so good. My brother-in-law doesn't really like paprika that much, so I try to. When I add paprika, I don't put as much as I normally would, just because I know he's a little sensitive to paprika. But I love paprika and things. When I made clam chowder the other day, I dumped a ton of paprika in it, and nobody noticed. It tasted so good. Um, yeah, I'm like really big into cooking. I have been for the past couple years. I never have been until I moved in with my family and they had a kitchen. Because I lived in California when I was living alone in studios. My kitchen was a microwave and a mini fridge, so not a lot of cooking happening there. I had to get creative. I bought a little hot plate so I could like boil stuff in pots, but not like I had like no kitchen for like 10 years. K-Croc says their marching band season went undefeated. That's amazing, which is first because your school's brand new. Congratulations. You're like part of a legacy now. Everyone after you has to like be as good as you. Your school opened in 2023. That's so neat. That's pretty cool. I'm sure everything's all brand new and stuff. That's a good advantage. But yeah, marching band is not easy. So congratulations. Yeah, Veer did not have marching bands in Finnish schools. It's all technology. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, marching bands are pretty American, aren't they? Like, now that I think about it. Like, I mean, besides like military marching bands, I mean like high school marching bands. Yeah, I feel like high school culture is so different in the US than anywhere else in the world. Like, there's stuff that we do here very normally that like nobody else does. But yeah, marching band is not easy at all, so congratulations. There's an Oregonian marching band that's not in your division, but insanely good, I'm sure. I'm so excited for the Thanksgiving parade, speaking of high school marching bands, because at the Thanksgiving parade in New York, they profile a bunch of different, like, high school marching bands. And I feel like some university marching bands too. Yeah, Kid Crocs also wanted to march in that. That would be so cool. That would be such an experience. Yeah, they pick like 4 or 5 high schools that have like exceptional marching bands and put them in the Thanksgiving parade and like dance troops, cheerleading troops, stuff like that. That's so neat. I always love to watch it. I watch the Thanksgiving parade every single year, and this year will be no exception. Um, okay, go make your bus, Veer. I'll talk to you later. Trivia this Thursday. No, next Thursday. This Thursday is Thanksgiving. Next Thursday is trivia. So I'll talk to you then, Veer. School used to march at Disney, but stopped because it wasn't fair to like half the band that couldn't go. Yeah, I know a lot of my high school went to Disney every year, but we were in California. Oh, you're in California. But yeah, I get that. Not everyone can just up and go to Disney, you know? I wonder if that's a California thing. Like $3,000 to go. That's wild. It's Disney's so expensive. I was just telling my brother-in-law because he talked about, hey, Pepsi, good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. We were talking about how many times we've been to Disney, and because we just went in September with our whole family. And he was like, I've only been like 3 or 4 times in my whole life. And I was like, I can't even count because I have friends who live in LA, right? And they used to just be like, hey, come down, I'll sign you in. Because I had friends that worked there. I had friends who had annual passes that could bring in a guest on certain days. And on days where I couldn't, where they were just like, hey, come down, I would just buy a day ticket and it would be like $100. And like the gas costs more than the Disney ticket, right? Want to go to Disney when I get to the Getty. When I went to the Getty Villa, I met some of my mom's friends at Trader Sam's. It was way too much money for just a night. Yeah. I feel like if I were still in California, that wouldn't be a thing that would happen for me. Just be, oh, let me get a Disney ticket real quick. I'll see you guys in 2 days, you know? Like that's ridiculous now, the pricing there. Want to know how it was? I went a million due to living in Orlando and LA at various years. Oh, that's awesome, Pepsi. Yeah, tickets were so cheap in the 90s and 2000s comparatively. Today, it's murderously priced. It's awful. My gosh. So my family's Disney trip went amazingly. There were some hiccups, but there was far more good than bad, and a lot of the bad got remedied. Like, we lost my nephew for about 4 minutes in Adventureland, but then we found him. So little things like that. Mom's friend got us into Knott's for free, and we got Bordeaux afterwards. Saying like, that's nice. Knott's is fun. I'm a Disney kid, but I do appreciate Knott's Berry Farm. It's good to have that competition over there in SoCal and Anaheim area, you know, that area of LA. But yeah, overall, our trip was amazing. The travel went flawlessly. The hotel was great. Yeah, a couple of little oopsies here and there, but I'll look at Baby Pond. Thank you, Pepsi. Yeah, like 95% of the trip went fantastic. There's always going to be some little upset somewhere, especially because we were traveling with like 13 or 14 people, one of whom has handicaps. So yeah, like things would happen, right? Portos is this Cuban place with really good food, and they have Jewish food in their bakery, which was weird. Oh, that's cool. Jewish baked goods. Amazing. So good. Yeah, it was a huge group. But how did you divide what you all wanted to do? Okay, so it was 3 families. It was my family, my immediate family. So my sister and her husband was our pod. Then we had, so he has 3 brothers, right? My brother-in-law has 3 brothers. 2 of them are married with kids. So, there was, okay, go to bed, Kick Rocks. Go study for your AP test. Yes, that's important. Go get some sleep. I'm just going to talk about random stuff. It's half your grade. Good luck. You got this. So, the 2 brothers, one has 2 kids and the other has 5. But only 4 came because one of them is a year old. So he stayed with grandparents. And because I bringing a 1-year-old to Disney, that's silly, you know. So he brought his 4 kids, one of whom is disabled. So he had to do the whole like wheelchair. Everyone's saying good luck, Kick Rocks, good luck, Kick Rocks, good luck, Kick Rocks. They had to do the whole like wheelchair and disabled pass and all of that, which was like one of the hiccups. It took them like an hour and a half at the start of each day to get all of that organized before they could even get into the park. So that was one of the big hiccups, is that took insanely long. But so there were kind of like 3 main groups, right? That and those 3 groups would split and merge and split, and we'd all come together at one point and then split again, and just like trade people between the groups and all that. So it was like very chaotic because his one brother, that family goes quick. It's the one without the disabled kid, right? They want to hit up all the rides. They got all the fast passes lined up. They've got meals already reserved. Like they had their whole itinerary planned. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Welcome. The other family does things very slowly and very unplanned. Like at one point, they were just in Toontown, just sitting around for like 2 hours, like just sitting, like just chilling, just vibing. Trying to merge them together was sometimes very difficult, but we made it work, right? And then there's me and my pod in the middle trying to bounce back between these two different vibes of one that was like, okay, we're gonna ride Indiana Jones, then we're gonna hit Space Mountain, then we're gonna hit Tiana, and then we're going to take a break on the carousel, and then we have lunch. And then the other group is just like, oh, what are you guys up to? Oh, well, we're sitting here in like Fantasyland. And then when we text them later, they're like, oh yeah, we're still here. We're just chilling. So good. Literally how I imagined big families as a kid in the 90s. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, we all got together and rode the Jungle Cruise together. Like we got our own like boat that they pulled aside and we all got in, so we were all together, and then they loaded it with everybody else. We did the Tiki Room together as a family. We did Dumbo together as a family. Most of us. There's always like one or two people missing. Like all the good group rides we did together, and it was really fun. It was really fun in that the big group, the one with 4 kids, have never been to LA or Disney or anything like that, and they absolutely ate it up. They loved it. They've never been to a theme park. Like they live in like rural Washington, right? Yeah, exactly. Big trip. Like I was watching the youngest kid looking at LA freeways for the first time, being like, what? Like, this is crazy. Looking at like the kids were freaking out over palm trees. And it's weird because they've all were born in California, but they don't remember it, right? Especially the youngest. She was like a baby when they moved out of California. The oldest, I'm sure, has memories but doesn't like remember. So for them, it was the first time seeing palm trees, like seeing like LA, anything. Yeah, that was part of it. Pepsi was like seeing things through their eyes. I got to ride the Incredicoaster with one of them, and she was like, "This is my first real roller coaster that wasn't like at a carnival, you know." And she was so nervous, but she got off and she was like, "That's the best thing I've ever done in my whole life." Hello, Saitama. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, it was great. Also, my disabled nephew, his hyperfixation, his special interest is Mickey Mouse. He's loved Mickey since day one, and he's what do they think of the characters? They loved it. I'm about to tell you. Okay, he is like 9, I think. I think he's 9 now, but he's mentally like 5 or 6, and Mickey is his best friend in his brain. Like that's his boy. So I got to see him meet Mickey Mouse. We were at a character lunch and he met Mickey Mouse and like we were all crying. It was beautiful. Like he's nonverbal also. So he was touching his face and his nose, and then he started dancing with Mickey and we were just like we were it was so beautiful. And then he ran into Pluto. I wasn't there. I had gone off for something, but they ran into Pluto. And Pluto, stopped and he was touching Pluto's whiskers and just like absolutely fascinated. And his mom was like sobbing, and Pluto was like just like held her hand for a minute and just squeezed her hand. Like, it was so sweet. It's so good. But yeah, I love characters. I love interacting with the characters. I had a fun moment with Chip from Chip and Dale. Like literally just like cracked me up. He was so funny. Yeah, we'll never forget our nephew with Mickey and Pluto. That was so great. Yeah, they're definitely like trained in how to handle kids like him. Kids with disabilities, kids who are deaf, things like that. Yeah, Chip was amazing. Let me see. I'll show you all the people I met. So, oops, hold on. There we go. Let me scroll down to Disney pictures here. Okay, so we got off Rise of the Resistance. Also, I'd never been to Star Wars Land. last time I was at Disney was 2019. Yeah, 2019. So it hadn't. Oh, they were still building it. A 90s autograph book. Listen, I had one. Okay, it's lost to wherever, but I definitely had an autograph book. So we got off Rise of the Resistance, and look who was there at the exit, you guys. The Queen was right there. Right as we were walking off, she like walked up and was like, "Oh, were you successful in the mission?" We're like, "Yeah, Ray, we were." So that was great. Here is me and Chip. So Chip was extra sassy. That's so funny. So I said, "Chip, do a selfie face with me." So Chip, you can't really tell, but Chip is going like this. And it's like, that's so funny. That's so great. And then we met him at character lunch, and I can't show you that picture because I've got nieces and nephews in that photo. But we ran into Chip like almost immediately after that interaction with Chip, and I was like, okay, these are two different people, right? But surely this Chip won't be as sassy. And oh, he was. He's so sassy. And we had a fun time with Dale too at the lunch. I ran into Chewbacca, and I'm smiling so big because Chewbacca is one of my favorite characters of all time. And then let me cover up my sister. Here's all the sisters. Oh, I'm covering up. There we go. Oh, it's a moving one. All the sisters there from Encanto, and me and my sister. But we were there because Luisa is my girlfriend. That's my wife, okay? Look how happy I am with my waifu, with my babe, with the hottie right there. Oh my god, I was losing my mind. That's my wife right there. And she was great. She let me hug her and everything. Oh my god. That's my Disney crush right there. That's Luisa. She's everything. And then I don't have these pictures on my phone. Actually, I do. I just have to dig for them. Because they're saved from my family who took the photos, right? Look, this is me hugging my nephew goodbye at the airport. Isn't it sweet? He's so cute. It latches onto me. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me cover his face, but this is my nephew dancing with me. Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop it. Nephew dancing with Mickey. There we go. Look at it's him dancing with it. We were all just like in tears. So good. But okay, so Chewbacca is my number 2 favorite Star Wars character. Number 2. My number 1 favorite Star Wars character easily is Boba Fett. Hi Dan L. Oh my gosh, hi. So Boba Fett's my number 1 favorite Star Wars character. I used to dream when I was in school that when I was bored, I imagined like the slave one coming in and landing in the playground, and being like, "Let's go! Like we gotta go on adventures." And like, I liked Jar Jar when I was a teenager. I liked him, but yeah, Boba Fett, my hero. I wanted him to be my dad. I still love Boba Fett. Look at my face. I was waking, and guys, I was absolutely losing my whole entire mind meeting Boba Fett. And I started crying. And he goes, "Calm down." And I'm like, "Yes, sir." So good. I met my hero. I met my biggest hero. Look at my face. Like, I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, between me and the Louisa face, like, who was I? Oh no, I stalked him. On the app, you could see where the characters were going to be. So I was like, Boba Fett's going to be here at 5 o'clock. I need to be here at 5 o'clock. And I was there at 5 o'clock, and he was not there. this way. I like ran across the park to get to Boba Fett at 5 o'clock. And then I like turned a corner and there he was. And I went like there he is. There he is. But yeah. No, I stalked him. It was not a chance meeting. I absolutely stalked Boba Fett. That's my dad. That's my biological father. It was busy, but it wasn't super busy. It was September, so it was kind of lull. But it was crowded. It like toward the end of a day, like after 6 p.m., it was so crowded. So crowded. But the beginning and middle, it wasn't that bad. Like there were long lines and stuff, but it didn't get bad until like the evening. And I think part of it was that Oogie Boogie was happening in California and people were getting kicked out of that for Oogie Boogie, right? So I think that was part of it. But we booked our California Adventure tickets on a night where Oogie Boogie wasn't happening. So they could actually stay longer and not get kicked out at 6 p.m. So that was nice. But definitely after California closed early for Oogie Boogie, it was crazy busy in Disneyland. That was annoying. But yeah, it was okay. So to answer the question, it was a great trip. It was so good. We had a great time. Memories that those kids are gonna have forever and ever and ever. The joke is that so my little nephew, my autistic nephew, he loves Mickey. Like Mickey Mouse is his whole world, right? For one episode, you see them flying over the pyramids. For like one random episode for one quick second. And then my nephew goes on soaring over the world and he sees the pyramids and he's telling his dad through his sign language, like, the pyramids are real. Like, that's a real place. Like, what? So then that night, he's on his tablet reading about the pyramids. And as they were flying back, his dad asked him, so where do you want to go next? And he pulls up the pyramids on his tablet, like, obviously we're going here next. Like, we gotta go see the pyramids. Like, so cute. So, like, our joke is, like, next we're going to Egypt. So that our nephew can go see the pyramids. Yeah, knowledge seekers. I know, I was like, let me sit down and tell him about the pyramids. Because, oh boy, but he's not interested in the history. He thinks Mickey Mouse is there. Because for that one moment in one episode of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, they saw the pyramids. So he thinks he can go see Mickey Mouse at the pyramids. So that's why he wants to go. Because he thinks it's like Disneyland, but it's not. Mickey is kind of everywhere, right? But not at the pyramids of Giza. We're not going to see Mickey Mouse there because he thinks like Mickey and friends will be there if we go to the pyramids, and they will not be there. He'll be very disappointed to find Egyptian history there. But yeah, our family joke is that we're going to Egypt next to go show him the pyramids. Other mouses, yeah, not his mouse. Mice that he does not want to see. But yeah, it was a great trip. It was definitely the highlight of the year for sure. A lot of good happened this year. I have a lot to reminisce over. But yeah, the Disney trip is definitely the big highlight. Who's that? Oh, I got cash back, you guys. All right, thank you, phone. Was it a bummer coming back? Yeah, it was like, you know, when you're on vacation and you hit that wall and you're just like, I'm done. I'm ready to go home. I'm tired. I want my bed. I want my cats, you know. You just hit that wall. I hit that like toward the end of the last day at Disney. I was just like, I'm kind of over it. Like, I'm kind of done. And I like forced myself to stay. We stayed rope drop to closing that day. I forced myself to stay the whole time. And I'm glad I did. Because yeah, once we were actually how long it was. Technically 5 days because it was a day of travel, 3 days at the park, and then a day traveling back. It was when we were on the plane leaving LA that I was like, wait, this sucks. Like, me crawling through Epcot in 100-degree weather, tab please. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. Florida's the freaking worst. I've never been to Disney World, but I've been to Universal Orlando twice. And yeah, the 100-degree heat is no joke. So Dan, that's a complicated question because, like, yes, my back has recovered from whatever happened, but I had a really bad spasm this evening, and I can tell that it wants to come back. So that's why I'm just like sitting. I'm just resting. I gotta go do the dishes. The dishes are sitting in the sink. I don't want to stand too long to do the dishes because I feel like my back's gonna just absolutely fail. So there's that. But also, I pulled a muscle in my left foot, and it hurts. It hurts so much on the bottom of my foot. It hurts to walk. So I'm resting. Yeah, dishes are not worth it. Yeah. I have spent this evening just like sitting and resting and working in bed, trying not to disturb my back, trying not to disturb my foot, and it's very annoying. But the episode that I had 2 weeks ago, that's gone, thankfully. I don't know what happened, but my back just randomly decides to stop working. I probably am going to call my physical therapist on Monday to see if he can help me with anything. Excuse me. Because this sucks. It sucks having a crooked spine. But not crooked enough to get it surgically fixed. Crooked enough to cause me discomfort, but not crooked enough that it requires a surgery. Oh well. Whatever. But yeah, I've never been to Disney World, and I've always said that's the only reason I'm going back to Florida is to hit up Disney World, Magic Kingdom, and Epcot, and all that. That's the only reason I'll ever go back to Florida, because Florida's freaking miserable. Oh my gosh. Florida sucks. Yeah, I know, Pepsi, I will. Like, I promise you, it will happen at some point in my life. But I'm just a Disneyland girly. Like, I have been to Disneyland probably like 30 or 40 times. And as a San Francisco girly, that's pretty impressive. Epcot will be, oh yeah, absolutely. Epcot's going to be my place. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I planned this whole weekend to just sit and relax and not do anything strenuous except like cook dinner and do dishes. So I will be resting. Thank you, Dan, for that. I appreciate that. Also, Dan, I got your viewer's choice. Let me see. I got everything here. You requested, the Inuit. Yeah. I have a book about the Inuit sitting at the library for me right now, so I'll pick that up on Monday after I rest my poor foot and my poor back. And if that book is any good, I will do that. So congrats, you're probably going to get picked for viewer's choice. That's pretty. Gosh, last year I got like 40 or 50 topics, and it's like I can only do 10 tops. So Laura went to Orlando in August, hurricane season, sweltering heat. And for a 13-year-old from England, let me tell you, I was bewildered. Yes. Listen. So I went to England twice, in 2003 and 2004. And that was in 2009. When both times I went to England, staying with friends, just chilling, watching TV, there were so many ads for trips to Orlando, trips to Florida. And it's like, why are they advertising Florida so heavily here? Like, Florida sucks. Like it was weird. Like, so many commercials were for come visit Orlando. And then when I go to Orlando, there is so many British people there. So, like, every other tourist was British. Yeah, you're welcome, Dan. Like, if you picked a group of 10 tourists, like 6 of them are British. And it's like, my gosh. And I have some English and Scottish and Welsh friends. They've all been on vacations to Orlando and Florida. It's just like a thing for British people to go to Florida. And I don't know why. Don't go to freaking Florida. It's miserable. You'll hate it. Florida sucks. Like, don't. Yeah, the way they made Florida and LA seem like utopia is like, nope. Not it. Nope. Florida sucks. LA is alright because the weather is like, it's not going to start thunderstorming. You're not going to get hurricanes. There aren't alligators wandering around. It's not in a swamp, it's in a desert, so it gets really hot. But at least it's hot all day long, right? Yeah, Dave's here. Dave's saying, I'm from the UK, but I've only been to Florida. What? Like, there's a conspiracy. There's a conspiracy. Why does British tourism push Florida so hard? Like, so aggressively? Like, every British person I've ever met, they've all gone to Florida at one point in their lives, at least once. School trip to the theme park. My goodness. Why does Florida suck? Says Dan. Okay, so first of all, the weather sucks. The weather's awful. It is humid. Humid. I'm a California girl. We don't have humidity at all. There's no humidity in California. Florida is so disgustingly hot. Like, the first time I landed in Florida, we landed at 2 a.m. And I was like, oh, should I put on a sweater or something because it's 2 a.m? No. I get out that airport, the doors open, and it is like 100-degree heat. I can like eat the air. The humidity is so thick at 2 a.m. I'm sweating. At 2. It's 2 a.m. and I'm just like drenched, and I can hardly breathe because like the air is so thick, so soupy. It's like you could eat it. It's so thick. Okay. Yeah, Florida must do a good job at marketing. Yeah, there must be a hint in Disney. It is a conspiracy. We only know California, hot in movies, New York, snowy traffic, Florida, hot in theme parks. So out of all those failures, are going to go to Florida. Yeah, Pepsi says humid, swamp, undereducated, messy people, messy places, miserable. It's miserable. So we're at the hotel, right? And as I'm walking on the ground level of the hotel, I notice that part of it is roped off. Like, part of the walkway just stops and there's caution tape. And there happened to be an employee walking by. So I was like, hey, what's going, like, why can't we go over there? What happened? And she goes, oh, it's sinking. It's sinking. Orlando is on a swamp. It's on a swamp. It's on swamp water. It's in the swamp. It's built on swamp. Orlando is sinking. Orlando is literally sinking into the ground. And what lives in the swamp? The alligators. I even had, when the hotel was checking us in, and they pulled out the little map of like, here's this, because it was a resort hotel at Universal. They're like, okay, like, there's your room, there's the restaurants, there's the thing to the bus that'll take you to the parks, blah blah blah. And he's like, and don't go over here because there's been alligators seen over there. And I'm like, what? Yeah, Pepsi says there are alligators in the gated community. Like, he's like, yeah, don't cross over there because there's been alligators. I'm sorry. There's alligators at the hotel. There's alligators wandering around the back area of the. Yeah, they treat them like lizards. It's like, oh, like an inconvenient bird is nesting here. It's alligators. They'll kill you. You'll be deaded. Like, if. What are you talking about? There's alligators. Don't go that way because of the alligators at the resort hotel, at the Universal property. Like, and that's because Orlando's in a freaking swamp. Okay. real quick. Laura says my thoughts on New York. I've actually never been to New York, but I would really like to, obviously. So we're swimming in the pool at the resort hotel. We're swimming in the pool and having a great time swimming. I love swimming, as you guys know. Yes, U.S. retired people do move to Florida. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. I would never. It sucks. We're swimming in the pool, and I look up, and on this day, which is bright, hot, humid sun, clear blue sky, this black, like this color, black cloud is rolling over toward us. And I'm hearing thunder, like loud thunder. And then I see the lightning in the cloud. And I'm like, should we get out of the pool? And my Florida friends are like, well, if you want. I'm like, we're about to get electrocuted in the pool. There's a light, and it starts dumping rain, like the hard, it hurts. And it's cold. It's like shockingly cold because it's so hot outside. Dumping rain. So I get out the pool. I don't want to get struck by a little lightning. No, thank you. Then the cloud just passes, and then it's gone. And it was like nothing happened. I was like, this place is actively trying to kill us all. This Florida wants us gone. Like, what is this place? Like, this is wild. And my Florida friend is like, yeah, around like 4 p.m. that happens. I'm like, what? Like, this is a normal thing that happens here. This happens in Florida every day. And they're like, yeah, like a super normal thing. It's the Hunger Games state. Yeah, it's awful. It was miserable. But Pepsi says there's amazing food, historic sites, awesome museums for art, music, culture, history, cool fashion. Laura says we ordered pizza in Orlando and the delivery driver rode his bike through a hurricane storm like it was normal. They're used to that kind of weather. That's just 4 p.m. weather. That's just the weather in the afternoon. Like, how? Why? I could never. And then, because my Florida friend lived with her mom at the time she was moving out, and 2 of my friends were moving in with her. They were going to go in on a house, and they asked me, we're going to get a house in Orlando. Are you in? I was like, no. Like, the answer will, like, why? Why are you moving to Florida? No. Ew. I would never. We play outside as kids during hurricanes like Katrina. We were unhinged. It is unhinged. Florida's the worst. I'm sure once I get to the Florida episode, I will go all over this in detail. But, like, I love my friends. It was great partying with friends in Orlando. We drove to Tampa one day just because, like, it was fun being with friends. It was fun being at Universal. But Florida itself was absolutely miserable. Both times I went, miserable. Once I escaped, I felt like I left a cult. Everything isn't an angry swamp. Yes. Also, the toll roads in Orlando. Like, oh, we could go this way and it would be 5 minutes, but it's going to cost $5 to drive that way. Or we could drive around and it'll take 20 minutes. Like, how do people live? You just got to have money on hand for the road. Like, crazy. That's why in California we call it the freeway, because you don't got to pay money to drive on the road. Crazy. Hey, Tiger Woods Libido. Great name. I'd love to see you do episodes on linguistic groups and their movement. That would be fun. Should I add that to Viewer's Choice? Because that's what December's all about. I might, like, if I get a lot of interest in Viewer's Choice, I might just extend it to all of December so that I could cover more videos. Let me see. Recently learned about the Ainu people. Yes. Ghost of Yote. I've never heard of that game. Would be interested in learning more if you ever come across him. Yeah, sure. Let me write this down. So, topic: linguistic groups. Requested by Tiger Woods Libido. And looking at Wiktionary will blow your mind. I'll write that as a source. Alright, and then we have the Ainu. Requested by Pepsi Cola. Okay. So since you're a channel member, Pepsi, if I don't cover that for Viewer's Choice, I'll do that for Member's Choice in January. How do you feel your big country project is going? I can't believe you already got through so many. It's going great. I'm really proud of myself. It's like one of the things I'm like most proud of in my life. I've done a lot of things that I'm very proud of, and this project is pretty great. There are times where it stresses me out. Doing Castile Leon and Castile La Mancha back to back was exceptionally stressful. It was like just two very large places with lots of information back to back. It stressed me out so bad. Like my sleep schedule's all ruined. My anxiety has not been great. Thank you, Pepsi. Oh my gosh, I went out to buy my Christmas nails today, and the store I normally go to didn't have them at all, so I have to go to another store. I was gonna go today, but now I'm gonna rest all day. Oh my gosh, I have to order them online. I ordered them online last year, and they got stolen in the mail. So I want to buy them in person, but they're so hard to find. But yeah, thank you, Pepsi. Appreciate that. But yeah, I've got through so many, and it's kind of a fun example for my anxiety, because I start each week of research being like, oh man, I can't do this. I have so much to do. I have so much research. I gotta write these scripts. I gotta do so much editing, blah, blah, blah. But then every single week I get it done. Every single week. Every single week I'm like, I can't do this. And then I do it, and then it's done. So it's whenever I get that anxiety feeling of like, I literally cannot do this, I'm like, but you can, but you do harder things all the time. Like, yes, you can. You can do this. So it's Dan wants to visit Vermont. Yes, Vermont in the fall. That would be so great. I've never been that far north in the US, but I agree. If I had a big estate to visit in the autumn, definitely Vermont, for sure. But yeah, it's been good for that because it's such a massive project, and I have to stay on top of it because I have so much to do that if I want to get this done in my lifetime, I need to do at least 4 videos a week, you know? You guys, I've been writing on my 2026 calendar. 2026 calendar. We are finishing the C's in 2026. I think it's like October. Hey, Whimsical Apple. Let me see. This is all subject to change, of course, but yeah, October 28th. October 28th, we're in Da Nang. Oh, I guess. Oh, no, never mind. What's the first one? Oh, no, it is Da Nang. I'm reading it backwards. Da Nang is first. So cool. So this time next year we'll be in the D's. Wild. The Da Nang. But yeah, pretty cool. Let's see what Whimsical Apple says. Keep this video instead of deleting. Yeah, sure. I was already ruminating the idea of keeping it, so I will keep it just for you, Whimsical Apple. How am I? I've said this a couple times already, but you weren't here. My back really wants to go out again, really bad. I had such a bad spasm this evening. And then my foot, I pulled a muscle at the bottom of my right foot. No, sorry, my left foot. And it hurts so bad. And I keep resting it. And then it feels better. And then I move, I do anything, and then it hurts again. And I'm like so over it. It's been hurting since Sunday night. I'm like so over it. Pepsi lived in Vermont. My gosh, Pepsi, where haven't you lived? My goodness. Lived there, super pretty, very remote, has some of the best night sky views. High level dark zones, also chocolate factories. Man, Vermont sounds awesome. Oh, oops. No, I've never had epileptic episodes, thank goodness. Oh, that would be horrible. Oh no, to getting stressed, but you're pulling it off and knocking it out of the park. The detailed approach to the videos is so good. Thank you, Laura. I'm really, literally doing my best. And I'm always like, I could do so much better than this. I could put so much more effort into it. But what I put into it stresses me out enough as it is, so. Must have been so diabolical for you. I'm sorry to hear that. Glad you're feeling much better now. Yeah, guys, I could not walk. My back was in so much pain. I could not walk. Like, I had to have assistance in walking. And like, my goodness, my videos that week, I was so spaced out. That's when I was like forgetting words because I was just in so much pain filming those episodes. I was hurting so much. I guess I screwed up the Corinthia video. I forgot to like edit the ending because I was editing that video in so much pain because sitting in my computer chair hurt so bad. It hurt so much. Pepsi's single mom's a free spirit, moved every 2 years just for kicks. Imagine. How cool. That's so great. Kept up to the tradition until 2020. Yeah, a lot of things ended in 2020, didn't it? Oh, Tiger has them all the time. It's a term called status epilepticus. That can relate to constantly needing attention at times. That's awful. I'm so sorry. I do know that epileptic conditions are very treatable, so I hope you're getting the treatment and care that you need for that, Tiger. I know it's not curable, but I know it's treatable. Let me get some water real quick. You guys got me talking about Disneyland in Florida. Now I'm not tired anymore. Yeah, I'll keep this video up for you guys. I'm glad I censored all the family pictures I was showing. Sending good vibes to everyone dealing with stuff, mental or physical. Thank you, Pepsi. Tiger says 2 brain surgeries and cyberware. It affects the language part of your brain. Been feeling sick on and off. They love working in childcare. That's oh no. Whimsical says feeling sick on and off. Love working in childcare. Yeah, that happens. Tiger, I hope all those surgeries are doing well for you. I hope they're benefiting you. But I'm so sorry about your brain condition. That's not good. That's so bad. Because that's very hard to treat, but it sounds like you're on top of it, and I hope nothing but the best. But yeah, Whimsical says feeling sick on and off because they're working in childcare, and I know that. I used to teach preschool. I used to work in daycares. You got to stay on top of those vitamins and vitamin C. Wash your hands all the time. My gosh, because they're just little virus carriers. Tiger got 283 college basketball teams sent to Jersey from all over the nation. That's amazing. Harvard, Cal, and Michigan. Go Cal. Go Cal. That's so cool, Tiger. That's neat. Working with kids, it just sounds rough, but thanks for helping our future. Yes, exactly. Keeping in track with our hygiene is so paramount, so important. Yes. Yeah, working with kids, like I said, I've done a lot of rewarding things. My time teaching is definitely one of those. My time where I know that I impacted kids' lives for the better is one of those. I try to be as whimsical. You do. Like we all remember teachers and people around us growing up. Even if they don't remember us, we remember them. Yeah, it's very impactful. What aspect of geography do you enjoy teaching the most? aspect of geography, like all of it. I like dropping facts that people don't really know about, and I like to see people comment like, "Wow, I never knew that. That's so cool." Like finding things that people have never heard of. Yeah, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like finding like stuff on Google Earth that's so like random and cool, and other people seeing it being like, "Wow, that is so random and cool. I love it." Like I like all the little tidbits and facts that I find and tell you guys about. I still can't get over last year finding out that the guy that Mount Everest is named after, his name was pronounced Everest. I was thinking about that last night. Like, imagine that dude's name is mispronounced forever. His name was Everest. That's crazy. Yeah, good teachers and bad teachers last in memory. I still hate you, Mr. Harrison. Florida grumpy old man teacher, of course. Yeah, Mr. Harrison, you suck. Boo, Mr. Harrison. Learning that huge groups are more related than folks realize and how it relates to geography. That's so true. That's the key to world peace, you guys, is learning how connected we all are, but so diverse in that connection, and how amazing that is. That's the key to world peace, and that's how I'm spreading it. So it's your guys' job to also keep that going until we've got the planet, okay? I wish geography was much more interesting back when I was in high school. I agree. I don't know why they don't teach this stuff in school. I have no idea why. It's so riveting. It's so cool. Like, it makes me so excited to learn stuff. Like, why don't they do this in schools? I have no idea. And Pepsi says, I wish people with enthusiasm taught subjects like you on history, geography, and Anton Petrov in biology, physics. Yeah, like, I guess it's just hard to find educators with passion that don't just see it as a job, but see it as a way of spreading knowledge. And in my case, world peace. I see this as a way of spreading world peace. But yeah, it's sad that this level of these topics just aren't taught in schools for whatever reason. Becker says like when people pronounce Nevada as Nevada and Oregon as Oregon. Yeah. Oops, I gotta plug in my computer. 1 second. Oh my gosh, hold. 1 second. There we go. Yeah, I tried to say that whenever that comes up on my channel. Like, it's Nevada, it's Oregon. Like, in Oregon, like your heart is an organ. Oregon is a state. And it's Nevada, it's not Nevada. But I get that, like, some people's accents say Nevada, like how I say Paris, like how I say Bangkok, right? Like how I say Pakistan. That's my regional accent. So if your regional accent says Nevada, I'm not gonna default you on that, but just know that in America it's pronounced Nevada. Like, just know that. Just have that knowledge. Let's see, American education system made every interesting subject incredibly uninteresting. Isn't that so true? I spent a lot of history classes making my own fun because I knew it was interesting, but the classes were so boring and so tedious. I had to make my own fun in history class, and it worked. Facts, but unfortunately, people still choose to be extremely ignorant and unbothered. Yes, being a teacher today, it seems so hard. Yeah, yeah. I for multitudes of reasons, I imagine teaching is very difficult nowadays with like AI and all of that as well. ChatGPT and all of that. The education system doesn't want kids to learn about places beyond their location. It wants to keep them home in their districts. I would agree to that in certain areas, not all areas, but there are definitely places where that is very true. I had a friend who grew up believing that dinosaurs weren't real, and he met his now wife over the internet, and they were talking over Skype, and she had to explain to him that like dinosaurs are real. Dinosaurs were real, and he was like, "What? Like, what do you mean?" He thought that they were like dragons and unicorns because that's what he was taught in school. Like, yeah, they'll teach all kinds of stuff just to keep people uneducated because that keeps them in their box. Because if anyone learned outside the box is broken and their whole society collapses, you know. Whimsical says, I do use ChatGPT though to proofread my grammar and punctuation because I can't write that well for real, even though I really want to pursue a uni degree in primary education. That's fine as long as you're using that to learn. Like, if you're using it to fix your grammar without learning what you did wrong, I'm not okay with that because then you're never going to be able to do it on your own. But if you see, oh, like, that's actually like where that comma is supposed to go, that's where, that's actually how you spell that thing in that situation. Like, as long as you're learning from your mistakes, like, actually, like, look at what it's correcting and figure out why it's correcting it so that you won't make that mistake anymore and you actually learn from it. I'm totally fine with it as a learning tool, but not as a write this for me tool. It's so depressing, especially religious private schools. Exactly. That's where he was. Like, but yeah, like there are so many things I feel like AI could be good for, but it just feels like the things that it's bad for is getting like shoved down our throats as the next big thing, and it really should not be. Like, there's so many good things that this technology could be doing for us, but it's not profitable, so why do it, you know? And the threat to billionaire overlords, they don't want kids to be able to travel and see the world unless they pick out folks that are prolific at understanding it at a very young age. Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like the stuff that I'm teaching on my channel is so important, because that's the key to world peace, is us understanding everything around the world and how people live around the world. That's so important. And you know, if you learn that, you might learn that the place that you live is not actually that great and is actually doing bad things around the world. Those kinds of things. AI has existed since computers such as coding and spell check, but the plagiarizing art using to get through education systems dystopian. Yeah, it's just like a new term for this glorified spell checker. Because even like when my brother-in-law's playing video games, like against the computer, like if you're playing a card game against the computer, like we were playing dominoes on Red Dead and you have to play against like 3 other characters in the game, like they're not real people. He calls it AI now. He's like, oh, you have to beat the AI. And it's like, no, you have to beat the game program. That's not AI. Like, AI is stuff that it learns, you know? Spell checker doesn't learn over time. You have to update it, but it doesn't learn through the input you're putting into it. Like, that's AI. And like I said, there's so many good things it could be doing, but there's also far more bad things. And yeah, the environmental impact is absolutely devastating. The energy it uses, the water it uses, the light pollution it creates. Like, it's the water pollution it creates. It will destroy the earth. Like, it really will if we keep this going. Here comes an airplane flying in for the weekend. Can you hear it? Here comes a rich person flying in at 4 a.m. so that they don't get recognized as they check into the resort. At Friday nights, they fly in on their private planes to the little airport, and they check in early in the morning so they don't have to walk around the common people. Have I watched Pluribus? I have not. I don't know what that is. I've not heard of that. Oh my gosh, we're gonna see Wicked on Tuesday. I'm so excited. Not Beyonce avoiding us regulars. Yeah, exactly. That's what they do. We get like D-list celebrities here. We get like people you don't know who own like companies and stuff. Oh, it's on Apple TV. I do not have Apple TV. I do like The Wicked. Listen, I saw the musical in San Francisco and I thought it was fine. Like, I thought it was okay. Everyone was losing their minds over Wicked the musical. So I went and saw it. Actually, someone I knew bought a ticket for me because she loved it so much. She's like, you have to go. So she bought me a ticket. So I went to go see Wicked, and I just thought it was like, it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, my brain's melting, amazing. Like, everyone was freaking out, like 2004 when it came out, whenever. Everyone was losing their minds. I thought it was fine. I like the music more than anything. Then the movie, though, the movie is so good. Like, I get it now. I think I get why people like the musical so much, because the movie was so incredible. So good. Yeah, Pepsi says they were impressed, but always like the book and play. See how people hate the book. I've never read the book because apparently the book is extremely different and very dark. But I loved the movie, and I'm so excited to see part 2. So excited to see part 2. We're gonna see it on Tuesday, and like, I already know what happened, so it's not like no spoilers because I saw the play. But I'm so excited to see it. For Good is my favorite song in the whole play. I like cried like a baby when I first heard it. It's so emotional. But yeah, I'm excited. I thought Ariana and Cynthia have been doing amazing. I love them. I've always been very impressed by Ariana since she was on Victorious. I would be like babysitting and they'd be watching Victorious, and I'm like, that girl's a very talented actress. Like, you could just tell, like, she's got something. I'm so glad, like, she is who she is today. They both look so frail. Yeah, they're skinny minis, aren't they? They're so thin. But they got lungs though, especially Cynthia. Holy moly. It's kind of concerning, I guess, but if that's their body types, I don't know. Yeah, Cynthia's got muscle, yeah. Yeah, Ariana is like this big. I do karaoke for fun. I can sing. I did choir for 2 years in school, so I know how to sing. I feel like I'm not that great of a singer. I have to warm up, but I do enjoy karaoke. Although last time I did karaoke, my anxiety got really bad. Yeah, some people are naturally thinner and average, like Angelina Jolie. I love Angelina Jolie. And Pepsi. Hard to gain weight for some. Never know unless they say something. Yeah. Some people are just sticks. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's so funny because I was telling you before how my brother has 3 brothers, right? There's 4 of them. And for whatever reason, the youngest one is a freaking stick. Like, he is skinny. The 3 are not. Let's put it, they're not like obese. Well, they're big, but they're not like massive. But they're not sticks, you know? They're not sticks. But they're, for whatever reason, whatever genetics happen, their younger brother is just a freaking stick. And then the one brother that has the 5 kids, 2 of them are freaking sticks. And 2 of them, the baby doesn't count because he's like 1.5, so we don't even know. But the other 2 are definitely not. But for whatever reason, just 2 of them are stick people. They're so thin. So in that family, there's some genetic something that just turns them skinny, which their parents aren't sticks. I don't know. Like, it just happens. Some people are just tiny. I don't know. It's weird. Genetics are fascinating, yeah. It's like how both my parents had migraines, really, really bad migraines. I get chronic migraine. I'm on medication for it, so I'm okay. I have chronic migraine. My sister has never had a headache in her whole life. Like, how did that happen? How do I have headaches every single day and she has headaches never? What happened there? Dan's flatmates are doing Stranger Things series marathon. Stranger Things is pretty cool. I've only seen, I think, the first 3 seasons. I know I saw the first 2. But yeah, I think I saw up to season 3, and I just was feeling not as much into it, but I did like it. Dear Billy ending, is that from Stranger Things? But yeah, here comes another airplane. See, I'm telling you, here comes another private plane coming in at 4 in the morning. The rich people, I'm telling you. There's 2 celebrities that have, is season 4 way better than season 3? Wow. Hello, user Gargantua resident. I've got your viewer's choice picked on here too. But welcome. But yeah, my brother-in-law ran into Kevin Sorbo here in town. And then I read, or did I think I heard it from someone in a shop that Taylor Lautner was here yesterday. Like, I was like, oh, is he still here? I want to meet Taylor Lautner. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo. Yeah. Listen, we all loved Hercules. We all enjoyed Hercules, right? And that's that. We all liked reading Harry Potter when the books were coming out. We all. And yeah, Roseanne was a great show. That was a very funny show. Oh, he sure is whimsical. So we have like a world-class golf course here, so that's why he was here. He's playing golf. But you know who he likes to play golf with? Thankfully, that person will never come here because he only goes to his own golf resorts. And also, he's like dying, so. Tim Allen orchestrated that plot and got Roseanne fired. What? T. How did Tim Allen get Roseanne fired from Roseanne? How does that work? That was her show. But yeah, it's he was mad he took her show off of it. Oh, interesting. Petty Tim Allen, my goodness. Interesting. Do I live in the Vegas Strip? Don't have to verify for privacy. Oh, no. I live in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which is a town very north Idaho, near the Canadian border. And it's on a beautiful lake. And you should see Pepsi. And not the last members video I posted, but the one before, as I'm walking by the lake. It has like world-class golf and dining and all of that. So people come for apparently this exquisite, I've never played golf, but apparently it's like a great golf course that the people are flying in now for the weekend. Yeah, check it out. It's a really neat town. There is a large conservative lean to it. Yeah, cold weather is coming. Yes. I'm kind of looking forward to it though, Tiger. This town used to be excessively right-leaning. Like right-leaning. To the point where certain peoples who like to dress in bed sheets functioned here. Certain people who like symbols to wear on their sleeve operated here. In the 90s, in the 1990s, not the 1890s, the 1990s, they've all been shut down. There's a rumor that the bedsheet people still operate here, but there's like no proof of that. Would not be surprised if it was true though, but there's no proof of that. And yeah, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love living. It's so beautiful. But here comes another plane. They're all flying in for the weekend. It's gonna be a good golf weekend, apparently. So there is that very right-leaning population, but there's definitely a left population, at our No Kings protest. We had some 3,000 people at the protest. So it's not all right leaning people. There are normal people here, and I feel like in this past year, more of those right people are not so right anymore. Is my feeling around town, that it's not nearly as much as it was when we moved here a year ago. Not nearly. So I feel like people are coming around, and yeah, this place is just too gorgeous to have such hateful people around here all the time. There's a town near us called Hayden. That's where my post office box is. Apparently, Bing Crosby used to live there. He had a house there, and they have their own lake called Hayden Lake. And he used to go on a boat in Hayden Lake and sing. Oh my gosh, crazy. I love snow, so you'll be enjoying that. Yeah, a lot of folks are mellowing out and having more civil conversations of late at times. That is so true, Tiger. And yeah, as a Bay Area girl who never saw snow until 4 years ago, I love the snow. I think it's so cool. It's still so new to me. So sick of the rise of conservatism, far-right extremism in this day and age. Why is this ever happening? Because whenever stuff bounces left, it bounces back. So I feel like we bounced back, and we're heading toward, especially after Mom Donnie getting elected in New York, we're bouncing back, right? And just hopefully whenever it goes back the other way, it won't go as hard, because boy, did it swing hard when it bounced back this time. Whimsical does not have snow in their country. I'm sorry, I've lived my whole life without snow, so I kind of get the pros and cons of snow. Pepsi's near Portland, where there's currently a super violent civil war, but a note to the locals, right? Good thing you have all those frogs fighting that war. Those violent frogs. In Springfield, we're all in the Pacific Northwest. Springfield, what Springfield? There's a lot of Springfields. What's Springfield, Washington, I'm guessing. Let me see, where is that? Oh, Oregon. Springfield, Oregon. I cannot use her Gargantua. Not just because it's that person. I am so bad at impressions for anybody. I cannot do an impression of anyone. I can do some accents. I can't do impressions. I really cannot. I cannot mimic people at all, no matter who it is. I cannot do it. Yes, furries are out in the good fight, Pepsi, yes. Where is Springfield, Oregon? Springfield, Oregon. Where is that? Oh, it's near Eugene. Right. Did I get that? Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it's right by Eugene. Oh, cool. That means I've driven through that town before, because I've driven. Is that I-5 going through it? Yeah, I've driven through your town before when I went to Portland. I love Portland. Oh my gosh, it is North San Francisco. Had the exact same vibes as San Francisco in terms of South Willamette Valley. Oh my gosh, so nice. In terms of you could just be walking down the road and just turn to someone and ask the question, and they'll just talk to you. I bet I can do voice acting. I guess I've never tried. I suppose I can do accents and voices, but I can't do impressions, if that makes sense. Boston, SF, and Portland are favorite cities. Yes, I've been to all three of those places. Here comes another airplane. They are coming. I wonder if is there a golf tournament or something? My goodness, there's so many planes coming in. Yes, I've been to Boston once. I've been to Portland once. Loved both cities so much. Although I didn't really get to see a lot of Boston, and we ate at Dunkin' like every day, so whimsical dreams of becoming a voice actor. Loves watching animated shows. That's great. Our family's really been enjoying the Amazing Digital Circus. And apparently those voice actors are in like a whole bunch of other voice actor projects. But we love Digital Circus right now. I have enough clout on YouTube to try, and the right person will eventually give you the PHP. I don't know what that means, but thank you. I don't think I have enough clout on YouTube. Hope you chase your dreams whimsical, even if doing YouTube stuff never strive for fun. Yeah, go for it. You can do it. You could be a voice actor. I know it takes training and stuff, but you can do it. Executive lingo. Yes, yes. I imagine. PHP. I have not seen Has-Been Hotel. One of my nieces is obsessed with Has-Been Hotel. And I've never heard of Hell of a Boss. Yeah, I've never bothered with Has-Been Hotel, but my niece, that's like her whole world. She loves Has-Been Hotel, and apparently it's very like adult. She's 13 though, so she, in her mind, she is an adult, right? So, but yeah, we top 3 favorite empires. Okay. Is it bad that my first thought is like the Galactic Empire? Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader. That's the first thing I love Star Wars. Oh, you're too shy. Whimsical, you can do it. You can do it. 3 favorite empires. Okay, Achaemenid Empire. Gupta. I'm debating between a few. I'm trying to decide which one I like more. Angkor, I think. I'm going Asian. I'm going for Achaemenid, Gupta, and Angkor. I guess you could call that an empire. I suppose. Also, like, there's such a weird line between dynasties and empires, because I was thinking, like, Korea. It's like, were those empires? They were kingdoms, right? Those were dynasties. Like Goryeo and all that. Would you call that an empire? I don't know. But, like, I think number 4 would be Inca, to be honest. Just because of, like, how much cool stuff has got left behind after their destruction. I can't imagine what we lost, because what survived is so freaking cool. And the Yayoi, yeah. Disposed the Jomon in Japan. Yeah, I thought of that too. Japan's empire is such a strange history because it's so old and it has risen and fallen for so long. Oh, the Chinese dynasties. Yeah, I should have said the Qin dynasty. That was a good one. Except the dynasty seems so short in comparison to other empires. Yeah, Japan's empire has, like, when its cool moments are cool, they're really cool. But when the bad moments are bad, they're pretty bad. Like, they got kind of owned for a couple 100 years by the daimyo. And then pretty problematic after Meiji. Pretty problematic. But cool that it's still around. Sad that we're not going to get a female empress. Thank you, user Gargantua. And that's cool that you learned that from my channel. I've got you down for the Vedic civilization for a viewer's choice. And I found some facts to read. So there's a chance you're going to get chosen for viewer's choice, but it's not 100% yet, but it's pretty good. But yeah, for a while, the only heir to the Japanese imperial throne was a girl. But then they had a boy. Like, oh, man. Like, we were were so close to getting a female emperor in Japan, because it's never, ever, ever happened in Japan's history. But then they had a boy, so I want an evil empress supervillain, Loki. What in the world? Kim Yo Jong. Ooh, that's scary. I don't know. The Kim family is so like. Oh, bye, Dan. Bye, Dan. Thanks for coming by. Thank you, Dan. Listen, I know Assassin's Creed is great. I've never played Assassin's Creed, but all of my viewers do and tell me like, oh, I learned that from Assassin's Creed. So I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed, and that apparently it's all extremely historically accurate. That's pretty great. But yeah, yeah, bye Dan. Thanks for coming by. I don't like talking about the Kim family. No, it makes me feel yucky. I don't want to think about Kim Yo Jong. Like, I don't want to think about the era that she's going to bring someday if she does get appointed as the supreme leader. Assassin's Creed games are fantastic for history nerds. They have walking history tours without gameplay in Egypt increasing. Wow, that's so cool. It's so bad though, Pepsi, because I first read that as Animal Crossing and not Assassin's Creed. Because my sister and I restarted our islands like 3 weeks ago on Animal Crossing. You can write Narnia books from the perspective of Jadis and her being younger and saved by Zeus and using a folding of space-time. That's Wild Tiger. Okay. Interesting. I only read like half the Narnia books. I really liked Voyage of the Dawn Treader, but I didn't read all the Narnia books. Whimsical Apple loves Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I should play Assassin's Creed just because of how accurate everything seems. My brother-in-law was talking about how some new Assassin's Creed project got canceled or something. Like not like internet canceled, but like they were making the game and now they're not. Which is sad. Let me get another drink of water. Whimsical got into the Narnia movies because of William Moseley. Check out Ghost of Yote. Recently came out. One of the best games I've ever played. Narrative pacing is outstanding. Tiger Woods says like GTA 6, Vaporwave. My goodness, you guys are big time gamers. I'm over here playing Animal Crossing. If I could travel back to ancient times, which time would I go to and where? I would be on the Titanic. I would be on the Titanic. Yep. I want to see the Titanic. Ninja Samurai games set after the fall of Oda Nobunaga, just after AZ Shadows. Not the next history magazine. Hold that thought. Not the next history magazine on Monday, because it's already done, but the one after that is going to be about samurai. So look forward to some of that. It'll be all post Nobunaga though, because it's samurai stuff. Why the Titanic? Because I love the Titanic. The Titanic and I are friends. Because I find that history so fascinating. Like I just like whenever I'm having really bad depressive episodes, I fall down Titanic rabbit holes, just absorbing all of the information as much as I can. And I don't know why Titanic. I don't know why. Because I didn't get into it when the movie came out. I just really loved Titanic. And I want to see it with my own eyes. And when listen, when it's April 14th, I will be looking at my watch, feeling that iceberg hit, and you bet I'm on that first boat. Like, let's go. Like, it's so bad that I would want to see it sink. Like, I'm sure the human tragedy is absolutely awful, but listen, every year I watch that video of the Titanic sinking. I could talk about the Titanic all day, you guys. You guys are all talking about Assassin's Creed now. Hi, Judge. My good cat. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Pepsi, Titanic, Honor and Glory. Absolutely. I watch it every year. Yeah, I find it really fascinating. Titanic used to traumatize me. It is scary. It was a horrible, horrible event. Absolute human tragedy. I want to be there. It's so bad. Gotta commandeer a boat and explain Earth's weather patterns and how a massive Arctic trough caused excessive icebergs. That's so true. Yeah, like, of all the things that went wrong, it is so romantic now. I want someone to hold her at the railing of the Titanic. No, thank you. I don't want no Titanic romance. I just want to be on the boat. I just want to see it. Like, I just want to be there, you know? Like, people were shading the Titanic submersible guy. But, like, if I had the money, I would absolutely be down there looking at the Titanic in the little submersible. Are you kidding? Absolutely, I would. I'd risk it. I want to go see the Titanic. Dude, every time you say AC, I just see Animal Crossing. It's so funny. My big cat, my jet jaguar, has been guarding me recently since my back went out. He's been sitting below my bed, facing the door, or he sits in the front of the door, like outside of my room, protecting it. He's been protecting me, you guys. It's so sweet. He knows when something's very wrong, and he just kind of guards me. It's so cute. Leonardo DiCaprio, time traveler. How was my cat without me? He was sad. So, like, earlier this year, I went down to LA for a few days to see my friends. And, according to my family here, he absolutely melted down and he wouldn't eat. And all he'd do is sit on the bed and he would fight our kitten. And he was getting super aggressive and biting people and attacking people. And he lost like a good 3 pounds because he just straight up didn't eat for like 3 days until I got home, and then he started eating just fine. So when we went to Disney, we boarded them at the vet. So the vet took care of them. And apparently he was very grumpy the whole time. My poor boy. Like, he's not going to come up to see because he wants to stay down at the foot of the bed, like below on the ground, and just make sure everything's okay. Oh, big boy. Hi, baby. He's such a good cat. He's so sweet. But yeah. Poor kitty abandoned for theme parks. It was only for 5 days. Well, actually, he had to stay for 7 days. Oh, it sucks. So we left like at midnight on Monday morning, right? But the vet was closed Sunday, so we had to drop them off Saturday afternoon. So I had to go a whole day without my cats, and it was very hard. And then we were on vacation, and then we came back that morning. We picked them up, and it was on a Saturday. So they were at the vet for a whole week without us, my poor babies. Hi, baby. Hi, kitty. I love you. You're my good boy. You're a good cat, Ginger. Yes, you are a good boy. Yeah, there's my kitties. Oh, there's my kitty cats. Oh, they're so cute. Thanks, Pepsi. But yeah. Okay, I think it's time to start wrapping this up because the only cat who knows entire human history. Yeah, that would be my other cat that I started the channel with. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up soon. I will keep it whimsical. Don't worry, I'll keep this up. But yeah, I've been on for almost 2 hours whispering. Enjoy the cold weather coming your way. Hope the jets don't keep you up. Yeah, they don't wake me up, but always, like every Friday night at this time, they're always flying over. Oh, I'm sorry, I have sleep apnea, Whimsical. I'm pretty sure I have it too. Apparently my snores are out of this world. But I tried to take a sleep apnea test one time, and I was so nervous I couldn't sleep, so it came back negative because I didn't fall asleep. But yeah, let's get to bed, all of us that are here late at night. I know some of us are in other parts of the world, but it seems like most of us here are on the West Coast, and it's 4 in the morning, so let's get some sleep. Good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to get some good sleep now. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.